As women, we face some challenges when it comes to saving money. But as single women, those challenges seem that much harder. Whether you're widowed, divorced, or never been married, you face challenges greater than the rest of us. I've seen a lot of comments from women who seem discouraged and hopeless when it comes to retirement. They say things like, I'm going to have to work until I'm dead. Retirement is just not in our future. Retirement is a luxury I cannot afford. I acknowledge you, and your feelings are legitimate concerns, but I'm a true optimist, and I believe that it's never too late. Hi everybody, my name is Sarah. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you don't know me, I'm the owner of FrozenPennies.com. I'm a financial coach, and as a family, we are debt-free. The number one challenge that I hear from single women is saving for retirement. The best way to combat that is to live a more frugal life. So here are some of the reasons that saving for retirement is a challenge, some things that you can do, and at the end, some words of encouragement for you. One of the unique things that single women face is the lack of dual income. Now, if you have a live-in partner, then you have a money situation where you're sharing expenses. But if you're truly single without a partner, then you don't have those expenses to share. You don't have that dual income in the same household that one might have if they have a partner or a spouse. This also comes down to an emergency. If something happens to you as a single woman, you are out of work. You have nobody else to help you through financially. You have nobody else to rely on, nobody that'll cover the mortgage, the rent, or the electric bill while you're out of work. You might also be the only person taking care of family and children. If you have children and you're single, then all of that responsibility relies on you, and it's the weight on your shoulders. Also, if you are taking care of aging parents, that also might rely on you. Double whammy if you, like me, are an only child and there's nobody else to help care for those aging parents. All of those caregiver responsibilities are set on your shoulders, not to mention the financial aspect of doing that. Your aging parent might not have any money. They might need help with groceries or rent or things that they need from the pharmacy. So that might also be a bit of a burden on your financial story. Let's also touch on the fact that gender gap in the workforce is still a real thing. Yes, even in 2024, men tend to make more money than women in the same workforce roles. It's not fair, but it happens, and that impacts the amount of money that we can save. Then, of course, you've got the rising healthcare costs and the importance of health insurance. If your employer does not provide great healthcare insurance, you've got to fill in the gaps with your own money. You have to pay the copays. You have to pay the deductibles. If your employer doesn't offer decent healthcare insurance, that means it's an out-of-pocket cost for you. Now let's talk about budgeting for single women. It's just as, if not more important for a single woman to budget. You have to tell your money where it's going. You have to know where your money is coming from. You have to tell your money where exactly you want it to go. Things could be tight for a single woman. There needs to be a structure and a practicality to your budget. Budgeting is not only for the people who have a lot of money. Budget is for everybody. Create a detailed monthly budget to track income and expenses. A great way to do that is to pick up this free downloadable printable budget planner. I'll leave a link in the comments below. Prioritize your essential expenses and cut down on the non-essentials. This all just means that we have to be creative and resourceful when it comes to our spending our money to try to live a more frugal life. It might look like watching more frugal living videos, cutting back on overspending. If you're looking for a video on overspending, I have this video up here I'll also leave a link below. You can also use things like budgeting apps that you always have on your phone. So you have at your fingertips your financial plan and your budget. This helps when you're at the office and all of your office mates are going out for lunch. You are wondering, can I afford to go to lunch today? Is there a little bit of wiggle room in my fun money budget where I can do that? Having the app right on your phone is direct communication with your budget anytime you need it. And pay yourself first. I know this is used so much, but allocate a portion of your savings to investing and retirement. It's super important that you do that right off the top, because if you don't see it, then you're less likely to miss it. And also review and adjust your budget regularly. Now, if you're new to budgeting here, you have to understand that it's going to take a good 3 months or 90 days, whichever comes first, to really get the hang of doing a budget. Stick with it. Don't give up, because really, this is your future and giving up should not be an option. So if you mess it up, try again, and don't wait until the next month to try it again. Do it right then and there. If you mess up, you're looking at your bank statement on Friday and you realize that you messed up, find a way to repair and fix it and get right back on track again. So here are a few savings strategies for single women. Again, automate your savings right away, right off the top, before your check hits your account is the best time to do it. But the day your paycheck hits your checking account, have your bank automatically take it right off the top as soon as it hits and send it to a savings account. Opening up a high yield savings account is a great way to earn a little bit extra on your money. This is the holding spot until you're ready to invest in, say, a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA or whatever your financial advisor tells you to put your money. Now, I am not a financial advisor. I am a financial coach. I can coach you on these things, but I really can't tell you exactly where to put your money if you want to invest in the stock market or any of those things. Find somebody that's a little bit smarter than just some woman on YouTube. And really start living a more frugal and intentional life. It's very important to pull back and be intentional with your money. It's not okay to just spend for sport. It's not okay to just shop for sport. It's not okay to want something and think, hey, I want this. Go on your phone and order it so you have it the next day. Be very intentional where your money is going. As a single woman, it's all on you. It's all your responsibility. I understand that maybe it's not fair and maybe it's uncomfortable and I know it's hard, but you have to be intentional and responsible and frugal in your saving. And also focus on that debt. We want to reduce and eliminate that debt as soon as possible. Take those high interest credit cards. Some store credit cards now are up to 30% interest. Take those high interest credit cards and put them away. Cut them up if you want to. Put them in a bowl of water and throw them in the back of the freezer. Whatever it takes for you to not use those cards. I am willing to bet that you can put that Kohl's card in the freezer and not worry about it because you have plenty of clothes in your closet. Take advantage as much as possible of employer-sponsored retirement plans, like 401k plans that they match. If you have an employer that matches 401k up to a certain percent, take full advantage of it and sock as much as you possibly can. As much as you won't miss into that account as soon as you possibly can. Now, I know as a 51-year-old woman who honestly hasn't done much investing in my own personal retirement because I was a stay-at-home mom for years and then a preschool teacher, and money was tight, and we socked every last bit of money, extra money that we could find into my husband's retirement account. I understand that it feels like it's too late. I have 60, I'm going to retire at 67, 68, 70. I only have maybe 20 years to start investing, maybe. It feels like I'm late to the game. but it's never too late to start. You have 20 years of investing. You can create a very decent little nest egg to add to supplement your Social Security that you are going to get. It's not too late. You won't have to just live on Social Security if you can get started now. Now let's talk a little bit about investing for single midlife women. You really need to educate yourself. I'm talking the full gamut of education. Educate yourself in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs. Also consider, that's another hot topic in the investing industry right now, index funds are pretty hot. If you're looking for more information on investing, I highly recommend this book. It's called Invested, and I found it very easy to understand. Now, I read it a long time ago, and I'm about ready to go back through it myself just for some refresher and some more education. I find that with things like investing, I need to read or re-educate myself over and over again before I actually get it. I'm going to leave a link, my affiliate Amazon link, to this book below in the description. Now start small with these kinds of things. So what I do is I have a separate savings account, a high yield savings account, that every month when I get paid, I put a little bit of money into that high yield savings account. So at the end of the year, I'm going to max out my Roth IRA contributions. Now I believe as somebody over 50, I have the ability to play catch up a little bit. So I can invest up to $8,000 in a Roth IRA at this stage of my life. Seek professional advice to create a personalized investment plan. This way you have somebody, like I said, who knows more than we do, who's a little bit smarter than we do, whose job it is to give professional advice on finances. This way, they can help you create a plan that's perfect for you, as well as teach you how to monitor your investments in a way that allows you both to work together to make adjustments as needed. Next, as a single woman, you need to have an emergency fund. It's very important because if you do lose your job, you are the only person you can rely on for finances. So having at least a 3 to 6 month emergency fund that you can tap into if anything happens, you get sick, you lose your job, there's a crazy economy that's going on, or heaven forbid, a pandemic. You need to be able to have that money available to you to tap into if you need it. And make sure you set up a separate emergency fund account someplace different, someplace that's not attached to your regular checking account, and someplace that's going to make it a little bit of a challenge for you to get to. It's not so easy to transfer money if you decide you need a new pair of boots. I like Capital One high yield savings accounts because although it does take a little bit of time to transfer money into my regular checking account, really there's no emergency that I can think of that I might need that money as soon as possible. I have enough cushion in my checking account if I need to, in my budget, that if I need something I can use that first and then just transfer money. Find ways to save a little bit more money. Whether that's saving money on groceries by shopping the loss leaders or finding the sales, or meal planning, packing your lunch instead of going out for lunch. Meal planning is a really great way to save money not only on your lunches, on your snacks, but also on your dinners, because if you have a meal plan and you have the stuff to make dinner, or you're bulk meal planning, for example, as a single person and saving money by putting things in the freezer, you're going to find that it's a lot less tempting to order DoorDash or go out to eat if you know you have food at home ready to be cooked and eaten. Now, there are a few things that you really need to prioritize at this stage of the game as a single woman. You have to prioritize your debt. You have to get rid of that as soon as possible. The faster you dissolve that debt, the quicker you can start saving for that retirement. And that's the second thing. You have to prioritize your retirement savings. If you're late in the game and you don't have a whole lot and you feel like that amount of money that you have saved for your retirement just isn't enough for you, and you don't feel secure and confident, you have to prioritize it. You have to consistently contribute to retirement savings, even if the amount is small. Let's go on to my words of encouragement for you. It's never too late to start. It really isn't. Even if you have zero amount right now and you take the next 15 years to start investing and getting out of debt and putting some money towards your retirement goals, that's going to be more money than you would have if you didn't start at all. Every step you take brings you closer to your goals. Small steps do lead to big changes. Focusing on small steps, one foot in front of the other, will lead to you meeting those bigger goals and give you significant savings. You are strong and you are capable. There's that old saying, that old cliche, the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. That's women. Women are the strength and the pillar behind everything that has happened in this world. I strongly believe that even the greatest men didn't get very far without the strong women behind them. You have the resilience and the strength to overcome financial challenges. Trust in your abilities and your capabilities. Invest in yourself. Trust in yourself. Your skills, knowledge, and well-being are your greatest assets. Prioritize in your self-development. Read a book, watch a YouTube video, rent a documentary, talk to people who know more than you do about the subject, and celebrate your progress. Every little step matters. Celebrate those small achievements and the big achievements. Shout it from a rooftop. Call a friend. Make an announcement on your Facebook page. No matter how small, recognize your achievements. Keep you motivated. And know that you are not alone. Many women feel very isolated, especially when it comes to money. Find somebody, find a membership, a Facebook group if you don't have anybody in particular. Allocate your best friend or your sister to be your accountability partner in this, your sounding board. Someone that you can talk through this when things get frustrated. Someone you can text or call when you really want that new pink jacket to talk you off the ledge. Find that one person who can be your sounding board, your cheerleader, your coach, to give you the help and the support that you need when things get tough. Focus on your why. Keeping your reasons for financial independence at the forefront of your mind. What does that look like? It may look like Post-it notes on your bathroom mirror or your refrigerator. Whether it's peace of mind, independence, or helping your loved ones, keeping your why at the forefront of your mind will help to motivate you. And lastly, be kind to yourself. Give yourself some grace. You're doing the best you can. You are working as hard as you can. You know there's always room for improvement, but you're still doing a great job. You've got this. I've got faith in you. I know you can get this done, and I know you can make great strides to be where you want to be. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you, and have a great day. Bye-bye.